Hello there, and welcome to a chill World of Warcraft stream. Before I do anything, or say anything, I would like to mention that I made an announcement video on my YouTube channel a little while ago, or yesterday, not a little while ago, saying that I'm gonna try and become like a World of Warcraft streamer. Minecraft Hardcore is gonna stick around, and I might occasionally stream a different game, but that's pretty much the gist of it. And I do have a new series to kick things off as well with WoW, called Story Mode, but I'm not doing that yet because I have family over and because I need to like test out my WoW streaming capabilities, see what it's like with a bitrate. I know I've streamed with this bitrate before and it's been absolutely fine, or not perfect, but you know, it looks good. It's watchable, that kind of thing. But I haven't done it in a while, so I just want to test it out and stuff. But also, yeah, my family are around, so if I randomly disappear for large swathes of time, that would be why. But today I'm just going to do some bounties and some time-walking dungeons. And yes, this is my UI. I use the default UI. And my spells are probably all over the place. The reason why most of my action bar is full of Moonkin form is so that when I'm running around and I forget to go into Moonkin form and I press a spell, I automatically go into Moonkin form. I'm like, oh, okay, it's all good. Because I was forgetting that. But anyway, my keybinds are what they are. I'm sure you all have weird ways of playing WoW yourselves. But this is me. This is what I'm doing. So, bounties are Dreamweavers, Kirin Tor, and Court Ferondis. So, stands to reason that we start in Valshara, which is also a Legion invasion goodie. But yeah, this is my main character. And I'm not really that good at the game, despite sinking hundreds and hundreds of hours into it. What's my played at? 52 days, 18 hours, 33 minutes on this character. And I have a lot of characters that I play a fair amount, so I've played a lot of WoW. I started in like 5.4, Mr. Pandaria, so. But I've already, oh, get used to voice cracks. I've already done my mission board stuff, so don't have to bore you with that. I just really wanted to start my series, my story mode series, but I can't right now, so I figured I can at least stream WoW anyway. I wanna stream more WoW that I do casually instead of like streaming for a specific purpose. I feel like that's the reason I don't stream very often, because I always feel like I need to be streaming a specific thing for a specific purpose. When I know a lot of streamers, they just stream because they feel like it. They'll stream their bounties and stuff. Well, I don't really watch many World of Warcraft streamers, to be fair, but I'm assuming they do. A stream doesn't always have to be... It's not like a video, it doesn't have to have like a specific purpose. I sort it out. I don't think it's that potent anymore. This wing's just clipping through the ground. Alright, let's see if there's anyone else doing this. I haven't done any fucking Legion invasions for ages. But yeah, I feel like I've got a pretty decent grasp on the balanced druid spec, but by no means expect me to have min-maxed capabilities or anything like that. I am quite casual when it comes to that. I don't really raid or anything. And if I do see people just whinging about my playstyle, I'll probably just ban them, because I can't be bothered with that shit. Anyway, that's that one done. I'm not playing the game to be good at it, I'm just playing it to enjoy it. This is a common theme in Legion invasions. And all my VODs will be going on my YouTube channel, even if they are just chill streams like this. I don't expect them to get many views, because they might be... I don't know, if I get into streaming, hopefully streams will be longer than an hour. Oh, am I not... I thought I queued for Timewalking. Oh, because I joined that custom group, it took me out of queue. Fucking idiot.
The unmistakable stench of Legion.
Well, I'm not going to attack him first.
Seek out the source and destroy it.
Someone else attack him first. I don't want the threat. There we go. Oh, that guy is he's ready to go. I'm also dealing with the fact that because I'm streaming, I've got a little bit of latency going on, so it doesn't quite feel as snappy as I'm used to. It's like a millisecond or two off, but I don't know. Also, I have that terrible habit of not auto-looting just everything. I'll just go through and click each individual item and get used to that. Who's attacking me? Get out of here. I fucking hate this real quest. Wait, what am I doing? Yeah, I'll just look for a quicker one actually. Can't be asked for that. It's not that much less efficient either, because the hand-in will be around here. So, look at my quest log. It's full of shit I'm not going to bother doing. What's the Ironforge one? Oh, Drainit coins. I wish I could get into other MMOs as much as I got into WoW. I don't think I'll ever get into a game as much as I've been into WoW now. I know WoW's history better, like, not the game, but like the world, like of Azeroth. I know its history better than ours, probably. People play WoW for different reasons. They play it for raiding, they play it for like mythic dungeons. I am one of a few people who plays it for the story, or enjoys the story the most. If I played it solely for the story, I would be having a bad time, considering the big gaps between patches. I'm so excited for Battle for Azeroth. And Legion, story-wise, has probably been the best. Couple that with the Chronicles that released, which I have all three of, and I've read all of them. Okay, Illidan, calm down. Yeah, it's probably been the best time to be a WoW lore fan, I think. Why don't I have nameplates turned on? I probably shouldn't be using my instant lunar strikes unless I've got a charge on it, but whatever. I should probably it'd be faster to just go around picking these dudes up. She got that one. This is the only thing I have to do, isn't it?
I am nature's rage.
I'm sure you are, bro. Get used to that as well. He says that a lot. It's his thing. Brawl Bear Mantle is probably the buggiest bodyguard you will ever have, because of this shape-shifting mechanic. It never works. I thought that guy was like the mini-boss I was tracking down or something, but apparently not. Oh, I have to click on that. Get clicked on. Oh, why are there suddenly so many more dudes? At least I'm playing around Alliance players. Oh, I still have 5%. I'll look for a unicorn somewhere. There's one. Come on, buddy. Get up. So the annoying thing about... Shut up. So the annoying thing about this being a Legion invasion. Oh, shut up. The only thing about this being a Legion invasion is that there aren't any current tour world quests to do around here. Okay, so I've installed this add-on called Immersion. And it has this different quest overview. I'm trying it out because I used to use Storyline, and I didn't like it for endgame stuff, because for endgame stuff you don't typically care what they're saying. It's just filler. You just want to click through it and hand the shit in, because you do it like so many times a day. Son of a bitch. My inventory is an absolute mess, but I'm not gonna spend the hour it'll take to clean it anytime soon. There we go. What was I saying? Yeah, this interface. Yeah, I didn't like Storyline at endgame, but I liked it on alts and stuff. I'm gonna see if Immersion is okay for endgame stuff, just clicking through. If it is, I'll keep it on every character. If not, I'll just use it for story mode. But that's something I'm trying out for the first time today. I have tried custom UIs, because I know most people who play the game for more than a month, like I have. Most people get new UIs, and I have tried some, but I just can't get into them. I don't see a problem with the way the default interface looks, to be honest. It's simple and it does the job, whereas all the others are just completely weighed down with over complications. It's not what I'm about. Okay, let's kill this guy then. Man, this queue is not quick. You have to find something else to do while I wait for timeless dungeons. Oh, you're from the Kirin tour. I remember you. And then you're like, for some reason I'm against the Kirin tour, now I'm gonna go live in this cave and kill dudes. It's like, no, don't do that. It's rude. Why is my silence on cooldown? When did I last silence someone? I don't remember doing that.
Ours is the strength of the wild.
So, I use numpad for movement because I'm a lefty, and that's the way I figured it out. I'm sure it's not the common way of doing things, but it works for me. So I use numpad 8, 4, 5 and 6 as was. Let me think. Yeah, let's do this one. So numpad 1 is kind of like... numpad 1 is just like a little bit down from basically what would be left, I guess. So I have that bound for interrupt, and then I have various numpad stuff bound for this, but I've never like bothered learning to reactionarily use it and stuff. So for stuff around here I click usually, except for my silence, which is always there. And then this is right button, which is usually where I put a mount on another character. Because usually I use that for sprint.
I will tear you to shreds.
Go for it, bro. I believe in you. Ooh, pile of pet goodies. So I have this enchantment on my shoulder pads, which means it's a Zookeeper enchantment, and I forget which faction gives it, but you need to be exalted? Revered. I think revered with one of the Broken Isles factions, and then they let you buy an enchantment to put on your shoulders called Zookeeper, which means that every now and again pile of pet goodies will drop from a mob, which gives random pet battle stuff, such as pet charms, which can be used to buy rare pets and pet toys. And that was important to me because for the longest time I wanted this item called the Magic Pet Mirror. I'll show it off actually. Which basically means, so if I drop down Humphrey here, and then I think Yeah, here it is. And then I use my magic pet mirror. Unfortunately, there's no quick way to dismiss a pet. You have to go into the pet interface and do it. But now I'm just running around as a turtle, and that took so long to get the pet charms to farm up for, because it's like 500 pet charms or something. As you can see there, I got 7. In fact, I was doing this in Warlords of Draenor when the only way to get pet charms was to defeat battle pet trainer dailies. And, ugh. I'll stick to my regular Pokemon, thanks. I like collecting battle pets in this game. I don't particularly like... It's okay. It's just a pale imitation of Pokemon, really. And when you've played the real thing, you kind of think, what's the point? This is the moment when I realise, oh, right, yeah, I was cute, I forgot. Enter dungeon! Oh, fuck's sake. I'm not sure if it lets me go in if I'm fine. There we go. Might as well, I mean, I'll see if I can sell some stuff before reported in. Damn it! Darn it. Oh, Shattered Halls, I fucking hate this dungeon. It takes so long. I'm just gonna destroy some of this stuff because I'm not gonna have room for loot otherwise. Yeah, the problem with this dungeon is it takes a while to get between each boss because this is just filled with packs of mobs. That was pointless. So if you're noticing delays between my spellcasts a little bit, it's because I'm used to a certain timing with my latency. So like, I'll know when I'm coming towards the end of a cast, I can click the next button and then the next one will start casting. But because my latency is a bit different, because I'm streaming right now, sometimes I'll like start casting early and it just like doesn't go through or whatever. So kind of trying to adapt to that right now. It's so weird, it's like milliseconds, but when you've played this game for months of game time, you're accustomed to how it feels without that lag. Draenei, human, Pandaren, fucking Pandaren, get out of here, piece of shit. Why have we stopped? Guys, please. Oh, you're the tank. Why have we stopped? Why? Why have we stopped? Sorry, jeez. Ow! Rude. So one of the reasons I decided to start streaming WoW, like, as a proper thing, as like declaring I'm a WoW streamer and all this, is because I got some advice. I didn't personally get some advice, but community dude, Demolore, who also streams for WoW. Oh no, he's community dude for WoW, but he also streams. That's what I'd say. Put out some streamer advice, and one of them was, unless you're a variety streamer, which is a whole different kettle of fish, basically, you kind of want to have a main game, or people aren't going to have a reason to stick around. Like, they're going to come to you for a game, kind of thing. And I realised, yeah, that's true. What game would I be comfortable with streaming? Because I have fucking attention span issues. Even this game, which I've played for so long, I have like 6 months on and 6 months off a year that I play it. And when I'm not playing this game, it's like right in the back of my mind. Like, when I'm playing it, it's like a big part of my life, but when I'm not, I'm barely thinking about it at all. it's weird. I'm sure there's other people who are like that though. But I thought WoW is one of my favourite games of all time. Probably my favourite game of all time at this point. And there are so many different things to do in WoW as well. It's quite a big game, quite a lot of different things to do. So I thought that'd be a pretty good main game to stream. And the other reason I decided to do it is because I watched Jeremy Dooley from Achievement Hunter stream Spyro. And he knows that game, the insides and out. Like, and I thought, what game am I that in love with that I know that much about? I'm thinking on the one hand, Ratchet and Clank, because I played a whole bunch of that. I watched developer commentaries and stuff like that. And I thought, on the other hand, World of Warcraft. I don't know everything about World of Warcraft, but it's such a big game. It's so huge that I reckon I know a sizable amount comparable to Jeremy's knowledge of Spyro. I don't know why I'm pausing between every few words. But yeah, so that's why I started on WoW. Because with WoW I can do dungeons, I can do bounties, I can do raids, I can do PvP, I can do leveling as a character. I can like learn to tank or learn to heal, because I've got very limited healing experience, like maybe 10 levels worth. And I've never tanked. I've tanked a few times at max level, but that was just to get hidden artifact skin, to get dungeon queues faster, and that was as a Guardian Druid, which is apparently the easiest tank in the game, so I might do a series where I learn to tank or something. Or learn to heal. That could be fun. Because pretty much all my characters are caster DPS, not caster DPS, they're caster or melee DPS. So just DPS. Don't know why I specified that. I'm gonna turn sound effects down a little bit because I'm worried that you can't hear. Oh, that's basically muted now though. I was just worried that you wouldn't be able to hear me because I'm kind of mumbling. So if you're wondering why I'm only hotkeying 1 to 6 and then I'm like clicking all the rest. Actually, I might as well do that. It's for a very simple reason. I use my mouse as my hotkeys, so I have a 6-button, I have an 9-button mouse, and on the sides, it's like an ambidextrous mouse because I'm left-handed, and left-handed mice are fucking expensive. But like, to the sides of each click, left click and right click, is 2 buttons, and then in the middle beneath the scroll wheel is another 2 buttons. So I bound them to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 respectively. Middle mouse button is just auto run. I could probably like change that and bind it to something else. Maybe have a 7, but I've not really reconsidered my bindings in a while. I don't really plan to right now. But yeah, that's why, because as a left-handed person, if I wanna use numbers instead of clicking down here, I have to move my hand off the mouse to then press the key, and that's not ideal at all. I feel like moving your hand off WASD is okay, but not. Either that or I'm just really fucking lazy. But I started in 5.4, it probably wasn't until 6.2 that I got this mouse and started tinkering with those. So for like 3 full patches, I was just clicking the entire time. Oh, that was a good blink. I think he wants us to run. Burning Crusade wasn't the best for story. It was so bad they pretty much went back and retconned a whole bunch of stuff the second they hit the chance. They were like, oh, we're going to bring Illidan back for Legion. So what we'll do is we'll look at his story and see how we could turn him into an anti-hero. Oh, he was originally an anti-hero in Warcraft 3, but in Burning Crusade the story was basically he went insane after losing to Arthas. And he just started doing evil shit in Outland. That was pretty much the gist of it from what I can tell. And then Blizzard looked at it and they were like, we're going to have to go back and retouch this if we want to bring Illidan back. So what we'll do instead is... Who died? What we'll do instead is just change the story. Make it they retconned it in a kind of a clever way in my opinion. So the player characters, the reason we go up against him is because Kil'jaeden manipulated us into thinking he was evil. Oh, I don't think. That's kind of it. It was more of the fact that Illidan didn't take any time to tell us why he was doing these things. He just saw us as like kind of a nuisance. And he didn't really pay any attention to us until we killed him. He was weakened at the time, of course. But if you read the book Illidan, which is a pretty good book in my opinion, by William King, I was super hyped when it came out. If you read that book, then gonna drop a moon on him. Best part of being balanced rude. If you read the book Illidan, it pretty much has all the new Illidan story in it, and I think they handled it pretty well. A lot of people have issues with Blizzard's... Can you fucking leave me alone? A lot of people have issues with Blizzard... Issues with Blizzard's writing. I can't talk today. And how they retcon stuff. But I'm the kind of guy who read and enjoyed the manga Bleach. So I know how bad retconning can get, really. Because, holy moly, I didn't know what the word retcon meant until I read that manga. And, oh boy. Still have a soft spot for it, but that last character arc, not great. Did the tank just go AFK in the middle of a fight? Or was that from earlier? 16. Nope. He's gone AFK. So I'm awful at keeping my dots up. Probably already noticed. So every boss in a Timewalking dungeon has a really, 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 really rare chance to drop a mount called the Infinite Time Reaver. And if I'm honest, it's pretty much one of the sole reasons I run Timeless now. Oh, actually that reminds me, I'm going to share this in case someone forgot to pick it up. Try and remember to do that. 2 people are already on that quest and 2 people are not eligible. How weird. Okay, we're just going to continue on anyway. That's looking for dungeon for you. What was I saying? Yeah, the Infinite Time Reaver, I'll show you. I want it. I very much want it. Just look at it. It's so cool. And it's got a ridiculously low drop rate. I think it's lower than most drop rates of most raid bosses, which is normally 1 to 2% or 4% or something. And they're okay because in an expansion or 2 you can just go back and farm them yourselves on multiple characters every week. Whereas this is always going to be content that you have to properly go through. Because it scales to your level. Which I think is good. It's nice to have a rare mount that you actually have to work to get, and not just like in a couple of expansions when you see something with it, go, oh, they probably just farmed it. And to be fair, that is still a thing. Like if I see someone with Invincible's Reigns, which is a drop from the Lich King, and Ice Crown Citadel, I do think, wow, they took the time to farm that, because that is a super rare drop, one of the ones that I don't have. Because I have quite a lot of raid boss mounts. I think I have most of the Burning Crusade and for the Lich King ones. Because that used to be a thing I did every week during Sepandaria and Warlords of Draenor content droughts before the expansions changed. I used to just do that all the time. The Warlords of Draenor content drought is also why I have so many high level alts. Whereas in Legion there's so much stuff to do, most of my alts are still level 100. Also, this isn't an alt friendly expansion. Really. Like mission tables and stuff. Kind of annoying. And I know Warlords of Draenor had them too, but I don't know. It's more unique stuff as well. Which is cool. It definitely makes leveling alts a more of a unique experience. Like, I've already experienced a Druid campaign, but now I get to experience a Death Knight campaign, that kind of a thing. But there's just too much to do. Which is a good problem to have. I do miss my alts though. As far as my favourite classes to play goes, I hated Druid and Warlords of Draenor. I still made them because I made a character rather than a class. Because like I said, I like story. And that kind of ties into that. Okay, all these bloody orcs. Oh, I forgot I still had some instant cast Lunar Strikes. I think there's a bunch of assassins up in the corridor ahead that can jump out of the shadows and attack you, if I remember right. So, gotta remember not to do that. Whoa! Game? Okay, we're good. Am I still streaming? That was kind of a big freeze for a second there. Nah, still good. Oh yeah, this boss has an annoying Burning Crusade mechanic, where I guess it's not exclusively a Burning Crusade mechanic, but I haven't seen it on many modern bosses, where he'll just decide to forsake all of the tank's aggro and attack someone else instead. And in this dungeon, a lot of the time people will be like, "Oh, tank, what the fuck are you doing? I'm getting aggro." It's quite funny. It's like, no, he's just focusing you. That's the thing he does. But one of the many reasons that I don't play tank or healer is, I know I'm not very good at the game, especially DPS wise. But when you're a healer or a tank, your roles are so much more important, because when you're DPS, you're one of three. But when you're a healer, you're the only healer. This is in a dungeon I'm talking. And when you're a tank, you're the only tank. And if you fuck up, you can wipe the group, and then people get mad at you because you've wasted their time and their gold and stuff. And I've always just wanted to play WoW to kind of chill out and stuff. I don't want that pressure. But as the years go on, I'm starting to reconsider, because I feel like it's a whole aspect of a game that I've never touched. Plus, tanks look cool. Apart from the fact that she's a Pandaren. Okay, this is where the assassins are. gonna waste that for once. I really should know what the names of my buffs and debuffs and stuff are. So I'm always saying like, oh, when I've got a charged up solar empowerment. Oh, that's what's called solar empowerment. I do know the name. It was just in the back of my brain. But like when I get that instant Lunar Strike cast, I don't know what it's called. I remember it was introduced as a leveling perk thing. That was a thing in Warlords of Draenor, and I got it. I was like, whoa, this is cool. There's the assassins, told you so. And then they kept it on the Legion. I was like, yes. So also, fun fact, the talents I've chosen right now are not the talents I've been playing for most of Legion with. They're just ones that I thought were good for PvP, because they focused more instant cast kind of things, like Warrior of the Lunar. Your next 3 Lunar Strikes are instant cast. That's good for PvP, because then you can't be interrupted, that kind of a thing. So that's why I've got that. Oh, my inventory's full again. And it's the same with Displace a Beast as well. That's a blink. Blink is good in PvP, that kind of a thing. And after a while I just got sick of swapping back and forth between talents, because I would normally have a lot more passive DPS talents, so I just kept what I've got for PvP. And I came to the conclusion that it's actually more fun to play Druid this way. It might not be the best efficient wise for DPS, it might not be what Icy Veins recommends, or it wasn't back in the day. I'm not sure if it's changed with 7.3.5, but it's what's more fun. I feel like that's how you should approach classes if you're going to be doing lots of world content and stuff like that. Or as long as you're not doing like Mythic or like really high Mythic plus dungeons, it's not important for you to get that extra 1% DPS. My latency magically feels better. It's probably just a side effect of the haste increase. Right, the dots. Oh yeah, and if you're wondering why I don't have a recount add-on or anything like that, that shows like people's DPS ratings. It's because, like I said, I'm not good at DPS, and I didn't want to feel guilty or bad or anything like that, so eventually I just uninstalled it. Are you washing yourself? You smell bad. She's got such bad breath. When she washes herself, you can smell it from way off. She stinks. She's a stinky cat. So what this is a little quest. As you touch the vial, your mind is flooded with memories, not all of which are your own. Bring the swelling, time warped. Here's the problem, right? I don't know how to use immersion yet, clearly, because I just clicked that, and there's more quest text to it, but instead of going through the rest of the quest text, it just faded away and gave me the quest. So am I not supposed to click it? This is why it's good to test add-ons before you use them in your playthroughs. Anyway. I need to go to Shadowref at some point, because if you collect enough time warped tokens, sometimes you can spend them on mounts and pets and toys and stuff. But I've already bought the coolest mount, which is the Wrath of the Lich King Timewalking one, which looks a little, a little bit like this, which I use on my Death Knight all the time. Look at that. That is such a cool mount. I fucking love it. I'm kind of a sucker for horse mounts in this game. There's something about their skeleton, or their model, or their base. You know what I mean. Just how they look. That I really get behind. Hang on a minute, have I got any more artifact power things? No. I really need to clean up my bags. It's getting ridiculous. It doesn't help that I've got loads of Dark Moon Fair quest items. I've already got a whole bunch of them clogging up my bank, but I'm loath to throw them away. But I get them so often I might as well. As long as I've got more than one of each kind, I might as well. I don't need Neverweave cloth, get that shit out of here. This was just to collect an appearance. Don't even know if it's a good one, don't really care, just want as much appearances as I can. Bit of a collector me. And then sell all this shit. There we go. Oh yeah, I'm keeping those because I'm currently wearing bows, and I don't know which is better. I was going to look that up at some point.
Farewell, friend of the Brummels.
It's kind of annoying that you need these as well to get the treasure maps up on your map? Mini-map. Oh, I thought it was on the map. No, that's Warlords of Draenor era stuff. Yeah, it's mini-map in this game.
Hardly
In this
a match
expansion.
for our strength. Do not cross nature's guardians.
Did I? Oh, I killed a little forest moth. I'm sorry. Casualty of war. Should probably keep for the next one. I'm just gonna stop looting graves for a while until I clean my bags out a bit. Oh, I was killing those because their names come up as if they're part of a quest objective, but it's because I need stalker claws for a skinning quest. I was thinking it was weird that they were part of this, but they're not. Anyway, let's kill a bunch of mana addicts because we're such nice people who want to help people. Look at all the help we're doling out right now. It's so helpful. These guys have a chance to devour mana and then become a withered fanatic, and these guys will attack you. It's kind of mean to kill them before they do anything wrong, though.
One that needed to be done. You have my gratitude, champion.
Shut up, you genocidal maniac. Ooh, we could kill Doomlord Kazrol. There's a treasure down here. I'm trying to remind myself to like pick up treasures when I see them. Because even though they don't give anything good anymore, look at that, 315 million artifact power when I need 367 billion for the next trait. It ain't shit, but there's probably an achievement for collecting all of them, so I'll probably go for that achievement one day, so I might as well pick them up when I see them. Not every single one though, like that one, can't be asked. Oh, that's the next stage of the invasion, which I'm not going to bother with. Oh yeah, I was wondering what my... Lately I've been like, if I don't play for a few days, I'm like, what's my most recent achievement? I just realised that we're doing some PvP lately. Finally hit my first prestige level. I want to hit prestige level 2 before the end of the expansion so I can get the artifact appearance. Even though you will apparently be able to get it in Battle for Azeroth, I want to get it before then. Oh no, he's dead. Why are we always late? Might as well take a swig. Swig of Coke. I need to update my Twitch bio because it still says casual streamer, which I guess I am. He plays whatever he feels like it when he feels like it. Who occasionally plays WoW. I need to change that to say WoW streamer. By the way, I hope you like my character's transmog. It's quite simple. This is all questing gear from like Winter Spring and stuff. But I feel like it's got a... Everyone goes for sets. That's my thing. I was trying to think of something unique. Everyone goes for sets. And droids don't have many good sets. I do want this one. Hang on. I do want this one. I might buy this one soon. Buddy? Oh, you have to talk to that guy. Okay. Oh, it's Marius and Ted. I remember those guys. The Warlock and the Demon Hunter. There's an achievement for doing all of their quests and I haven't got it.
Justice is served.
Sure is. Those demons will think twice before standing still in a particular area of a region of a map again. I sure told them. Normally try and avoid world quests like this. I normally just try and go for the target ones, or... You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do Barrels of Fun, but I'm going to do Fjordan.
We should try a different combination. Maybe.
Because I really can't be bothered with shit like that. I guess that is just killing and looting though. Okay, we'll come back and do that one then. But we're gonna have to come back and do this one anyway, so. Now, current tour world quests, if you've never played Legion, or if you've never played WoW, I guess, are a little bit different. They're more like puzzly mini games. And I might have to concentrate here. I'm usually pretty good at these, but I've been failing them lately. Just because I haven't been paying attention. I'm thinking about it, this might be the only style of Kirin Tor World Quest that you still have to do properly. Because the other ones are like the Power of Flight, where you have to like swim around, which were cool before flying was available, but where you swim around in like these bubbles and stuff that like float around to try and reach areas. Or there was another one where you would have to like dash through rings and stuff. First try. But yeah, that was always cool. I need to go to Armies of Legion 4 and pick up a Legion 4 chest as well. I got my first Paragon mount, so if you aren't aware, nowadays when you hit Exalted with a faction, you can keep doing world quests and stuff to get Paragon reputation levels. So if you reach 10,000, you get to pick up one of these chests from, you know, the respective faction vendor, and they have a chance of having a rare mount or something in it. I don't think the Legion 4 guys have a mount, but I know the Warden's one don't have a mount either, but they have a toy I really want, which lets you transform into a Warden for a while. And the Kirin Tor one have a pet, which is just Khadgar's Archmage Khadgar's head in a bubble. That was hard to say for some reason. Okay, so it says 1 of 2. Clicking outside it doesn't do anything. Clicking it just skips it. Ah, it's so confusing. Anyway, that's a thing people with engineering can make. Right, how may I help you? Okay, quarter from this. Okay, that doesn't help. Alright, so this is just a regular bounty lockbox, so it doesn't really contain anything important. But now we get a Paragon chest, and this might have a mount in it. Is there? I just have to wait. Okay, I just have to wait, but he keeps talking. So that will be good for story time. Why do I keep fucking calling it story time? That'll be good for story mode, because then I'm just going to read it out loud. Not with any kind of voice or anything. I'm not a voice actor, don't expect that. But I'm just going to kind of read the quest text out loud, because there's no voice acting for most quests in this game. Right, here's hoping for a mount. I think Azuna has the hippogriff that I really want. Or does Azuna have a unicorn? I do also really want a unicorn. Please, please, please. Oh, it's annoying as well because you spend so long. Getting the Paragon levels. Because world quests award what, 75, 150 reputation each. If they're the Emissary, so on the map. If you're the Emissary and you do 4, then you hand it in, you get 1500 rep. And then you can also do mission table stuff to get, like, I think 750 rep per mission, and then there's like a bonus token of 250 sometimes as well. So that's like, what, 1,000. So it takes like a week or two to get a Paragon level in each reputation. And I guess when you stagger them, you're getting one decently fast enough, but with the levels that the mounts drop at, it is quite hard to get a Paragon mount. The one I did get the other day, my first one that I've ever gotten, was this. And I think that looks pretty damn cool. I got it from the Army of the Light. Be right back, stream. Stream, I've returned. And I'm always paranoid that I haven't unmuted myself properly, so let me just check that. Yeah, you can hear me. I streamed my entire screen instead of just a World of Warcraft screen for a particular reason that I can't actually remember, but there was a reason behind it. Anyway. The reason why I don't use a class order hall mount travel form for Druid, by the way, is because it looks fucking atrocious. Oh, that was good timing. But I got a glyph which makes it look like a Sentinel Owl, which is much better than what it used to. Mana Tombs, I haven't been here for a while. Oh, they're already a bit ahead of me. That's the nice thing about Timewalking dungeons. It's a change of pace. Although that being said, I don't really do many Legion dungeons, because I don't do Mythic Plus, because it feeds into the whole pressure thing again. Of like, if you don't perform well, other people suffer, and I don't like that. Which I probably need to get over, because it means I don't get the latest gear in the game or anything like that. I could probably have a whole lot more fun if I just decided to compete. Maybe we'll make that an aim of my streams as well, huh? Hello, oh, I thought you were in Tropius. That's a different dungeon boss. You're Pandemonious. Oh. Let's pretend that never happened. I don't think that guy stopped attacking. That's what I don't like about being a healer as well. In dungeons you'll frequently get people who kill themselves because they don't pay attention to boss mechanics, and then they'll blame the healer. And then you get the other people in the dungeon who don't know anything about what just happened because they haven't been paying attention, but they will also automatically blame the healer. And it's like, guys, please. I could probably blame the healer for something right now, and most people in the dungeon would agree with me. Like, just something I made up. It's awful. I hope we see more ethereals in the coming expansion. It would make sense, I think, if we go down the old God Void Lord route. Oh no, that was me. I pulled those guys. I'm sure we can take it. Hey! Now I just have to sit here. Most modern bosses don't seem to have that mechanic either. Silencing. Like, they'll silence like your arcane spells or something, but not your entire spellcasting ability, because then you just stand there doing nothing, and I think they've realised that's not good gameplay. Like, maybe for healers I can imagine, because then it's kind of like a, oh no, no one's being healed right now kind of thing. And like, they'll have to predict that and lay down heal over times and stuff, maybe. I don't know, I've never played healer at this level. I'm just guessing. Get Moonsland. There's a legendary I have which allows me to cast Full Moon twice in a row, but I'm not currently wearing it. It's a good legendary, yeah. Is that guild just called Daenerys Targaryen? Why though? Why name an entire guild after one character? We are Daenerys Targaryen. I don't understand. Well, actually, let me throw down one of these. I really need to figure out some way of expanding my keybinds, shortcuts. I mean, I could spend a whole bunch of money and get like an MMO mouse with all the buttons on the side, but like a left-handed one, which will cost like 4 times the amount as the regular one. But also no, not gonna do that. Waste of money. The mouse I have is a Logitech. On the bottom it just says G300. I don't know if that helps. The left click is actually dying on it a little bit. Some days it's better than other days, but I didn't realise how bad it was until a friend came over and used it and he was like, wow, your left click is super jammed. I was like, yeah, you're right. The thing is, I love this mouse, so I'll be really sad if it dies. I could probably just buy a replacement one, but I think it was like 30 or 40 quid. But when I buy a new thing, I hate just buying replacements because it feels like I'm spending money on nothing, which is really stupid, but it just does feel that way. Like, I always want to go for something a bit different because then I feel like I've spent money on something new. But this mouse is so good, I might just buy a replacement when it does finally die. I've been using it for, let's say, maybe 2 years? Oh, hang on a minute. No, yeah, probably no, I used this when I had my laptop. So yeah, probably about 2 years actually. Maybe 3. I don't know how decent that is for a life's mouse span. In fact, it'll probably last for a lot longer to go yet. It's just that the left click requires a bit of extra force. Which sounds like a pain in the ass, I know, but you get used to it. I noticed it when I was playing Destiny 2, when that came out. And I thought it had just kind of fixed itself. But after my friend came over, I realised it hadn't fixed itself, I've just adapted to it. So there's a nice long 5-minute story about my left mouse click. Remember to hit that bell. So apparently YouTube has, I haven't looked into it myself, but apparently YouTube has a thing now, and it's been like this for a while, I guess, where when you subscribe you also have to hit a notification bell or you don't get people's videos in your subscription box. Why? Because, like, what's the point of subscribing to someone if you don't want to see their videos in your subscription box? I don't understand at all. It's so stupid. I also saw this BBC News article? BBC News thing. I wasn't actively watching BBC News, it's just on at work in a break room, so I saw it. Don't know why I felt the need to say that. I don't watch current events. I just kind of try and stay away from news because it's usually miserable nowadays, especially with Trump around. But anyway, I digress. There was this news report. That's the word, report. There was this news report about YouTubers who were being paid to sell an advertisement about a website that would like write your coursework for you or something like that. I thought, yeah, that's pretty shitty. I'm not disputing that. That is shitty. You shouldn't advertise that kind of stuff. But all the videos they showed off of YouTubers were the most obnoxious, like, twats. I'm thinking, I'm sure maybe it's just because these are the types of YouTubers that accept that kind of advertisement offer because they have less moral compass to them or whatever, but I was thinking, I'm sure you could have found some less obnoxious YouTubers. Like, whoever was, like, editing that report together had an agenda against YouTubers. And like I say, I can't exactly dispute that, considering what the report was about. Like, you should do your education, kids, it's kind of important. But yeah, I just kind of chuckled. I was like, they showed like 4 YouTubers and all of them were just like, hey, what's up guys, hit that bell and like button. Like, the second they start the video, I was like, okay, you have chosen some specifics here. So funny. That's fucking millennials, eh? started using emojis in a slightly less ironic way because that's all I used them for. I'd be like, aha, like crying laughter, like kill me, ha ha ha, kind of thing. Like, I don't use emojis like most people because I just think they're dumb. But I've realised the reason I think they're dumb is because they're popular, and that's a stupid way to think about things anyway. And I remember back when I used MSN and people could create their custom emotes and stuff, and they would use those emotes, and I loved those, and this isn't really any different except they're just not custom. So I'm like, hey, maybe I should actually start using them. They have a particular connotation to me, and I don't know if this is shared with a lot of people, but like, someone will post a legitimately sad status and then they'll post an emoji that's crying, and I'll be like, is this supposed to be a jokey kind of a thing? Because whenever I see the crying emoji, I see it being used ironically. And then when people use it for serious things, it just looks like they're not taking the fact that their dog died seriously. And they are, but like, that's just how I read that. I would never use an emoji in like a grief post or something like that. I'm not saying that people are dumb for doing it. I'm just saying that that's the way I read it. Ah, emojis, man. I wonder if they'll retcon some of this ethereal stuff from Burning Crusade as well. I think they did mention that there were a faction of ethereals that were basically just evil. Or that most of them had lost themselves to the void, and then some of them were merchants and stuff. And those are like the two main factions of ethereals. And I feel like that holds up in the Burning Crusade lore. Hopefully you can't hear my neighbours right outside my window. If you're wondering why I wasn't doing shit just then, I was checking to make sure my feed was still up on my phone. Wait a minute, there weren't demon hunters in the Burning Crusade. What are you doing? It's another fun thing about Timewalking. Ow. Last boss, might as well pop that. Please don't send me your nudes. So if you're wondering what my 7 does, thanks for the late time warp. If you're wondering what that celestial alignment does, it just kind of makes it so that I cast a bit faster, and that my spells generate more astral power, so that I can get star surges quicker. I'm pretty sure that's it, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, it's the damage of my spells, not the casting time. Okay. I should probably know that. I normally think it's casting time, because usually I pop it when people pop time warp, which does give you haste. Ah, no mount for me. Sure, let's go again. Did someone decline? Nope, we're good. Oh, that's a nice change of scenery. Magister's Terrace. Oceanborn, isn't that a Switch game? Oceanhorn. That's the one. It's a Zelda-like game that I was eyeing up for a while. I mean, I bought Breath of the Wild with my Switch, but this looks more like a traditional Zelda game, which I've never gotten into but always wanted to try. So when I played Breath of the Wild, I was like, this is a really good RPG. I still haven't really experienced a traditional Zelda game though. God, I hope they do Virtual Console. Because I had a Wii, but I didn't use it very much because I found the motion controls to be too gimmicky and annoying. Basically, I was lazy. And then I skipped the Wii U. So now that I've got the 3DS, but not the new 3DS, because I was pissed off when they did that. was like, yeah, I've got 3DS, and then they were like, buy another one if you want to play these games, and I was like, no, I'm not giving you any more money. So out of stubbornness, I didn't buy that one. So I don't have many virtual console games on the 3DS. I have Pokemon Red, Blue and Yellow. Yep, all three, because I bought Pokemon Yellow, which was going to be my main one, and then I wanted Pokemon Red, because it's a slightly different experience, and then Pokemon Blue I was going to get Pokemon Blue. Wait, I'm trying to remember actually. I might just have Pokemon Red. Oh, he locked us out. So I have. Anyway, the story is I bought more than one Pokemon of that generation because I was gonna play it with a friend and collect all the Pokemon, and then that friend was just like, actually no. I was like, okay, cool, thanks. And then Gold and Silver came out, and I bought. Which one did I buy? One of them, and I didn't really play that at all. My bad. Why was I talking about Pokemon again? I don't remember. Oh, I might have to heal myself here. I have a legendary that makes it so that when I do enough damage it makes up charges of a thing, and when it gets to 20 I can cast an instant regrowth that does more healing. It's quite powerful. Not that one. This one. Nope. Oh yeah. Lunar Strike and Solar Raft deal 8% increased damage and grant power of a Loon, increasing the healing of your next regrowth by 30% and reducing its cast time by 5%, stacking up to 20 times. So pretty OP. That's what I do like about the legendaries. People don't like them because they're required for raiding and stuff, and it's RNG to get them. That's fair enough. But from the standpoint of world content, they're super powerful and stuff because they were made to be, and I like that. Oh, look at me, I'm so grumpy. Oh, don't hit me. That spell takes me out of Moonkin form, which is kind of annoying. I think it's a talent now. Is it a talent? Oh no, it's not. It would say if it was. Oh no, it doesn't. Okay, let's see. Welcome to my talents. No, it's not a talent. Okay. I'm thinking of Renewal, which I used to have. Yeah, I used to have Renewal instead of Displace a Beast, and then I used to have Star Lords instead of Warrior of a Loon. Although in Warlords I had Force of Nature, which creates free treants to do stuff, to do damage for you. But they severely nerfed them at the beginning of Legion, which was quite sad. And then instead of Soul of a Forest, I used to have Incarnation Chosen of a Loon. But I think I was also shifting my talents around to do the challenge, the Wooden Tower challenge for Balanced Druid, which I still haven't done. Because like I said, I'm shit.
Yes, I am a god.
Oh, I bet we don't get fucking loot because we can't attack him. Look at me. Let me attack. I'm trying my best. Oh, this is gonna take so long. Sorry, I shouldn't breathe into the mic like that. Apparently not. Fucking jeez. We were like right behind them as well. He just walked in and aggroed the boss immediately. Oh, I remember running this dungeon every day to try and get them out. Which mount was it again? Oh. Ah, there it is. Yeah, I got it. Hopefully the fact that my Sarah's gift randomly heals someone who needs it means that it'll tag me in that fight. Yep, got loot. Giddo. I might just give you loot anyway. There we go. Why is there a half-naked gnome in our group? Fucking hate gnomes. They're gross. I mean, I have a gnome monk, but that's as far as that goes. Oh, sorry, Ginge, you want to go out? There you go. Should probably want to come back in a minute. Oh, I've worked in a few hours. I don't hate my job. I just wish I had more free time, that's all. Then I could stream all the time. I'd love to be a full-time streamer, but I doubt I'll ever get the following for that, which I'm okay with. I made my peace with that. This is a hobby. Plus, if I was a full-time streamer, I would have to force myself to get out more. And I know work isn't social or anything like that, but if I'm left to my own devices with nothing to get me out of the house, I just won't leave the house. It's pretty bad. Am I fucking moose? This isn't a moose, this is a stag. That's the one. Moose sounds more fun now. I do actually have a high mountain Tauren Druid, and he's level 110 because he's my boost on him like an idiot. I was like, I'll learn to tank with this guy. I'm gonna boost him to 110. I was like, alright, he's level 110 and not level 100. I kind of just wanted to learn to tank through Legion dungeons from level 100 to 110. I don't know, I feel like level 110 is too much of a head start, so I'm waiting until Dark Iron Dwarves become playable, and then I'm going to make a protection warrior tank. And that's where I'm going to learn to tank. And I think after viewing the character customization options, it's going to be a female Dark Iron Dwarf because they look cool as heck. Excuse my language. Get carried away sometimes. Occasionally you get demon hunters that try to make themselves look less demony, and I find it very strange. I think this is one of them. Oh, who am I mooning? You apparently. I lost track of who I was targeting. I should probably be throwing down a starfall. Oh well. In fact, I should be doing this. There we go. Now I'm paying attention. What is that buff? What for the Phoenix? Critical strike increased by 20. Not 20%, just 20. Which is a wonderful arbitrary number which they like to throw out there. And I think, yeah, if you want to see it, you have to hover over that. And this is all stacked down to level 70, keep in mind. So yeah, my item level is only 935. I feel like I should get into actual proper raiding, because then not only would I get better item level, that would make the artifact challenge easier, but also I'd be a bit better at actually... Okay, I need the appearance, fine. I'll be a bit better at actually doing a challenge anyway. I don't think it's that hard. I've only attempted it a couple of times. I feel like I could do it at the current level I'm at. Just can't be asked. But the thing is, the artifact challenge goes away when the pre-patch comes out, which means that that is a very limited time appearance for your artifact weapon. And if I don't get that, I'm gonna hate myself. So I should probably dedicate some time to doing that, because thinking about it, the expansion comes out in August, the pre-patch is normally about a month beforehand, so that's July, so I only feasibly have like a couple of months left to do it. So I should probably jump on that. Maybe I should do it on stream and embarrass myself. Oh, this is where you get the Orb of Sindora. This toy, which turns me into a blood elf. And look, they walk like they got a stick up their butt. It's awful. Blood elves just look terrible. I'm sorry, blood elf males. Drink healing potion. Good spell, bro. Did I just start search a totem? Oh god. Oh yes, that's right. It's time to do this. Ooh, actually, that might be an upgrade. The order hall equipment for Brawl. Fucking pressing all the wrong buttons here. Oh yeah, because it's an appearance that overrides whatever appearance you've got as well. I can be in cat form and still look like a blood elf. It's kind of dumb. Look at me go. Let's stop that. Hey Kale. Smug face. Sudden emo. No, it's not.
Do you honestly believe I would trust the future to some blind, half-night elf mongrel? Naturally. It was merely an instrument, a stepping stone to a much larger plan. It has all led to this, and this time, we will not interfere. Yes.
Just the calmest denial. Yes. Alright, yeah. We got through this dungeon far faster than the last one, which I'm not complaining about.
I'll turn your world upside down.
What is this, Karazhan? I don't really know the mechanics of this boss, if I'm perfectly honest. Just kind of float around and attack him.
Demise accomplishes nothing.
Oh, he kind of flips out now.
Master will have you. You will drown in your own blood. The world shall burn.
I'm very callous today. Ooh. I'll take it. Got some transmog out of it. If I ever make a Blood Elf Survival Hunter. I'm sure I'll be happy. Right, what does Brawl have? Hang on. Are they going to try and re-queue us again? Click that. Magic Scum! What a guild name. I don't think anyone's going to re-queue us, so I can't be bothered. You will drown in your own blood! Love it. Bro, what do you have right now? Where are you? There you are. Oh, you already have one of those. Okay. I can sell it then. Oh, I forgot to say thank you. Now I feel like an asshole. Not that anyone will notice, it's fine. Right, yeah, I just need Kieran Torshit now, don't I? Surma? Okay, cool, let's do Surma. That's on the way to the other place I need to go. I'm looking forward to the new zones in Battle for Azeroth. I feel like the Broken Isles were a bit too samey.
May have been onto something, but I think he got his ingredients mixed up. We should try a different combination.
Shut up. Yeah, I feel like Broken Isles were a bit too samey. Azuna, I like Val'sharah a lot, but Val'sharah is a verdant forest. Azuna is kind of more like a coastal gloomy grey forest, or not forest, but plains, hillside kind of an area. High Mountain is cool and unique, and Valshara just feels like they're trying to emulate Skyrim a bit. I know it's because they're from the same kind of Nordic mythology kind of a thing. I don't really like... Did I say Valshara? I meant Stormheim. Yeah, I don't really like Stormheim. And I hated it before flying because look how hilly it is. Be right back, stream. Hello, I am back, and apparently it is election day. Whoops. Well, it's like a local election thing, and I didn't even know. So I've got to make time to go do that before work. I had no idea, no one told me. I guess I need to pay more attention. Luckily my polling station is quite close to where I live. Right, so this is a Kirin Tor world quest, and you're about to see how easy they are now that you can fly in this game. Activate it, click that, and we're done. Previously you would have to kind of fly in these bubbles which would go down and stuff, and you just have to make sure you swam within the bubble and stuff. That was kind of cool for a while, and then it got annoying, and then they released flying. Here's a bit of a more complicated one. In this one you can dash forwards, and you have to dash into those things, dash into that, which resets your cooldown, and then you need to avoid the orange things and stuff. It's a right pain in the ass, but if you approach it correctly you can remain in flight form, or on your flying mount I'm guessing, and you can just bypass the whole thing. So once again, flying saves the day, and they've never bothered to patch it out. They've always, I believe their stance on it has always been that it's a perk of flying. If you've bothered to unlock flying, you can do those world quests much faster. Okay, so now all we can really hope for is Khadgar's head, the pet. I believe that's probably as rare as one of the mounts. Might be a bit less rare. But I think he says things as well, so I love Khadgar, he's the best. He's my wizard daddy. Kind of sounds weird when I put it like that. Kirin Tor world quest is also good because, oh look, there's all the other artifact challenge quest lines I'm not going to do. It's also good because you can take a token for another Paragon chest, or work towards another one. So I'm going to see if there's any that I'm 1500 behind. Ah, so close. Actually, I think Nightfallen's just 750 because it's more of an endgame reputation. Might as well though, because that means that the next time the Emissary shows up, I'll definitely be able to get it, whereas otherwise I wouldn't, so. Okay then. How do I accept this? There we go. Give me that useless artifact power then. There we go. Oh, no Khadgar's head. I don't know what to do now other than wait for dungeons. Bugger. Bounties are done. There's not really much else to do. Everything else would require a cube, PvP, LFR. Oh right, that's what I was gonna do. Paragon chest. How could I forget a Paragon chest? I think there's an achievement for getting lots of Paragon chests. Let's see how far through it I am. Reputation. Oh, not far off that. So the reason I got all of those is because I was wearing the tabards as I was leveling up and getting all the rep. Gilneas. I'm not leveling up anymore, so I'm not going to be doing many dungeons, so I don't really know how I'm going to get Gilneas to Exalted. What is my reputation with Gilneas at? They should love me, because I've got a Cipher Balloon. Well, before me I can cure you. Am I not a Cataclysm rep? Oh, I've gone over it. And that's why Khadgar is best character. Oh, Alliance, I see. Gilneas, I'm only honoured with Gilneas. See, what I could do is flight form after this. Or do that. And arrive like a magical druid princess.
Choose wisely.
Thanks to your efforts, our forces have been able to secure additional resources from the battlefield. The more you can continue to dominate the battlefield, the more resources our forces can spare. See, the problem with that is there's a massive pause that I have no control over.
The reckoning is at hand.
Might have to look into that. And then also, what is that? Oh, I thought that was a fucking mount or something. %, treants or daughters. 10%, 20%. Tell you what, you don't need both of those, do you? There you go. What a useful item. I didn't really close my inventory so you can really see what happened, but this is why I get burnt out on bounties sometimes. Most of the time it's just disappointment. Also, the annoying thing about the artifact challenges is you can only do them when this tower is built, which is supposed to be a player contribution thing. Players band together and they complete world quests on the Broken Shore, and then they put it towards the world tower or the mage tower, and then you can all do your artifact challenges. Except this is 7.2, I believe, content, so it's not valid anymore. Well, not valid, it's not current. So people aren't here very often, apart from when there's an emissary, and they've countered that by speeding up or like lowering the amount of resources you need to make the challenge. But all it's really led to is, instead of it being like a group effort kind of a thing, it's just kind of arbitrary. It's like, is the mage tower up? Okay, no it's not gonna bother then. It's just kind of annoying. We were all concerned that this would happen when they announced this feature. They're like, no, it'll be fine, it'll be great. It wasn't fine. It wasn't great. They were just nostalgic for sorry, that turned into a bigger yawn than I thought it would. Stretch even. They were, yeah, that's it. They were just nostalgic for the Isle of Quildanas. They're like, let's do it again, and they did it again. I was like, okay, that's a thing. So the Architraves. This one is kind of annoying because I've noticed in timeless dungeons people wipe on it a lot. Because there's a few minions that hit quite hard. And there's a few areas that you need to run through because dudes keep spawning, I believe, if you don't. Is that this dungeon? I might be thinking of Throne of the Tides. Well, no, I am thinking of Throne of the Tides, but I don't know if I'm only thinking of Throne of the Tides. But yeah, I think it is this part because they keep appearing. We need to run through it, and a lot of people don't know that. They just stick around and fight these endlessly. It's very annoying. See what I mean? I think we're safe when we get into this corridor. No, we're not. No, we're not. I remember the first time when Timewalking came out, I'd never really done the Architraves because it's more of a heroic dungeon. Fuck, did I pull the boss? Please tell me that's... Okay, that's not the boss. I had never really done the Architraves because... Is this the Architraves? Yeah, it is. Because it's more of like a heroic dungeon for like endgame Burning Crusade content. I didn't play back then. I was like, wow, this is so cool. Neverstorm dungeon. And now I'm just kind of like... this one. Oh well. It's all good. Don't want to skin you. Your crafting mats are well out of date. Let's make some Burning Crusade leather armor, yeah! So I used to have Inscription and Herbalism on this character, but Inscription, after they got rid of glyphs, just became the most useless bloody profession. It's like, oh, you can make Vantas runes. It's like, okay, what do? They give you buffs against individual bosses. Wait, hang on, we're changing them. They just give you buffs against an entire raid's bosses roster. It's like, okay. It's like, you can make them! It's like, cool. Or someone else could make them, I could buy them. It'd be so much easier. Also, I'm not much of a raider, so it didn't really appeal to me. So I'm like, maybe I should get leatherworking and skinning instead, because then I can make leather armor, and it'll be relevant. But then I remembered that there's 800 levels to train through, and I can't be bothered. So, there's that. I feel like they should do a squish on profession levels. Actually, I don't know if they are, or if that was just a suggestion I read. They might be doing it. But if they lowered it to like level 100 or something, that would be perfect. Hello, Zerikif the Unbound. Wow, that Warlocker's going ham. But yeah, I typically like doing dungeon content as long as it's not Mythic Plus, but I feel like because it's not Mythic Plus, I typically, what am I trying to say here? I don't usually have a reason to be doing it. And I actually do have a reason to be doing Legion dungeons. I have one final artifact variant to unlock for my hidden appearance that I'm using now, which would change a colour to purple, which I very much want to do. And to do that you have to complete 30 Legion dungeons, and I'm on like 21. So I could justify spamming some of them, but at the same time I might just suck it up and do some Mythic Plus anyway. Although I don't know what level of Mythic Plus I'd have to do to get decent gear at this point. I don't really know the Mythic Plus gear charts, how they work out. But also there's a artifact variant for completing a Mythic Plus 15 dungeon, which is also going to be unobtainable after Legion, I believe. So I should probably get that one done as well. So by the way, I've set up my mage, my Void Elf, for the series I'm going to be doing. And I looked through some of the tier sets for mage, and they really suit her. A lot of those tier sets really suit Cerestra. Ceresta? I forgot what I called her, but yeah. What did I call her? This is bugging me now. Maybe it'll be here. Oh, this is just characters on this realm. Ah, here we go. I called her Serenza, that's the one. That's an add-on, by the way, Alcoholic. It can be useful sometimes. Because a lot of the time you'll like hover over an item and it'll be like, ah, these are the characters that have this item. Obviously it's not important for the Garrison Hearthstone, but for items like, I don't know, fucking, for instance, now I know that my Elemental Shaman has 2 Medals of Patience from Blingtron. Okay. No, but it's useful sometimes. I might like... I don't want to buy a WoW token now because of how much they cost. Look at that. 347k. That's ridiculous. I have 116k and that's after playing for quite a long time without spending anything. But back in the day when a token was like 60 or 70k, I'd use Alcoholic to look at all the gold I have between characters and see if I had enough. And then I'd like mail it over or whatever. Oh, that's going to waste some astral energy. Probably wasted more DPS by cancelling it than I did by being inefficient with my astral energy, but whatever. Whatever. Chuck it in the fuck it bucket. Rip. The problem with playing random battlegrounds, I know that seems like a bit of a leap from what we were just talking about, but I used Displace the Beast. I was like, oh god, that's so good in battlegrounds. The problem with playing random battlegrounds is everyone is so angry all the time in the instance chat, and it just sours the entire experience. And hey, can you guess why I don't do rated battlegrounds? No, it's not like competitive Overwatch. For rated battlegrounds, you actually have to like be part of like a PvP guild and like, well, you don't have to, but like it'd be easier to get groups and stuff because you can't just go in by yourself. Unfortunately, which is annoying because I want the gladiator gear and there's no other way to get gladiator gear at that rate. Because gladiator gear in this game is just recolours of sets. So for instance, this Bare Mantle Battle Gear, which I really like the look of, which is one of the main reasons why I'm doing LFR right now, you can get a really cool recolour of for PvP, and I really want that set. And what they've done is they've made it so that you can buy previous season's transmog set of the gear with, I can't find them now, but a currency you get from PvPing. But for latest season gladiator set, you have to earn. And because this is the end of the expansion, I'm not going to own that set for quite some time, because it's actually my favourite version of the Bare Mantle Battle Gear.
You call. When I call on you. To do your heavy lifting.
do your heavy lifting! I do like these bosses.
You're the one who should be.
I'm wondering if this is the first instance in WoW that I can think of that would have boss dialogue that's meant to be funny. Because a lot of vanilla stuff had like fucking Shakespearean language, like Ragnaros, if you ever go back and do his raid. Sounds like something out of a Shakespeare play. Oh no, I've been charmed into destroying my friends. That's okay, I don't really know them. We could just queue for dungeons nowadays. I've never met these people before. You skulking witch. Such a horrible thing to call someone. Oh, my nose is running. Stream help. My nose is running. Runny nose is bad for DPS. Probably worse for healing, if I'm honest. We're killing this one first then.
Have you come to kill?
Oh, I should have interrupted that. And because I didn't, I've got slightly longer cooldown. Wonderful. Problem with balance. Goodness. Problem with balanced trade is they don't have many interrupts at all. It's our spec's weakness. Every spec has weaknesses and advantages and stuff, and one of the biggest weaknesses of balanced trade is that we can interrupt once a minute, maybe twice if you typhoon them. So against Il'gynoth we're pretty much useless. Yeah, I raided Emerald Nightmare. It's about the only time I've ever raided, like, normal raid kind of thing. Me and my guild did some, and it was a really fun time. Then my guild kind of fell apart. Man, he really didn't like her. Yeah, I was like, oh, raiding can be fun. So I was just thinking about how I don't do much competitive stuff for like PvE in this game. Ow. Okay. Probably should have trusted the healer a little bit more. Yeah, maybe don't stand in the fire, Christian. Yeah, I was thinking about how I don't... Oh, I thought you just said end yourself. I was like, wait, I'm not that bad. Yeah, I was thinking about how I don't do much competitive stuff, PvE, PvP or anything like that. I was thinking about how I don't do competitive Overwatch, and I remembered I had an idea the other night, which was like a video series or whatever, where I did competitive Overwatch, but only when I was recording it. Problem is, competitive matches last like half an hour, and I don't want to spend a whole day uploading a video, kind of a thing. I don't really have a disk drive space to record more than one match a day, probably, if I did it like that, so it's not really a viable way of doing it, and I can't live stream it either because latency problems, which I noticed, and that's what I was going to bring this to, is I would totally stream a whole lot more Overwatch if I didn't get lag from it, because I remember when I was streaming it that one time and it went quite well, but because of a lag it just wasn't that much fun to play, especially as I played Junkrat. I don't know why. Junkrat, you wouldn't think that Junkrat would suffer much from lag, but he really does. You'd think more of the accuracy based heroes would suffer from it, but I was playing Mei fine and I was doing lots of secondary fire with her. But I switched to Junkrat and I was like, oh, this is getting pretty bad. But maybe one day in the future, if I have better internet or something, I'll reconsider. I feel like it could be fun. I mean, I've played competitive Overwatch sometimes. I think I got into... Oh, I played competitive Capture the Flag just to place for the lols when it came out. And I placed into Platinum. That was fun. That's on my record forever. Untarnished. Although you can also see that I didn't play anything past that, so that doesn't really count for anything. It's just fun to have. I think I got into High Gold in Season 4 or 5 when a friend convinced me to place them. And then I think I played it one other time, but I'm not sure if I finished placements for that season. I just don't really do much competitive stuff. Oh, this is the fucking area where we always wipe, because there is a move that these guys can do which just fucking... I might have doomed us actually, because I threw down a starfall there. I'm not sure if those guys were aggroed. Oh, I'm a spellcaster. Routing doesn't stop me. What am I doing? But yeah, as you can see, that person's died. I'm gonna throw a heal down on this healer, so they're okay. She doesn't need an innovator, so that's okay. But good lord, this area is the worst. For instance, I've been rooted. Fuck, fuck, fuck. You need healing. You really need healing. Time to heal a healer. Throw everything into the healer. The healer needs healing. Let the tank do DPS. Okay. Hopefully we've got this. I'll throw some heals on you as well. Yay, off healing. Oh no, now I'm gonna die. Oh, I should get in line of sight for the healer. The healer's dead. I'm totally choking for DPS rotation as well right now. Oh, I thought I had more instant strikes. Damn it. It's a wipe, boys. It's a wipe! Or are they just gonna keep trying to brute force it? That's fun. I guess I'll release as soon as possible. Oh, there's mobs over there. Don't aggro them. Okay. Oh, right. You can't do that in this dungeon. Gonna have to wait for everyone to get back here. Okay, let's sort this out. See, this is why I don't like the Alcatraz. Takes an age and this happens. We have to completely redo this part of the dungeon. Did someone aggro those, or did they just shoot at us anyway? Shoot at us anyway. Shoot at that butt. Shoot at it anyway. I don't know what I'm saying. Where you gonna be so rude? I don't even like that song. It's just catchy. Take that starfall and get out of here. Okay, throw another one down. Oh, why is that failing? Am I getting interrupted? Doosh. I think I've got a talent that makes it so consecutive moonfires do more damage. Yeah, see? There is a... Oh wait, no, that's not it. That might just be a PvP talent, actually. I was gonna say there's method to my madness, but there definitely isn't. Bitch diva! Hot damn. Maybe think better about yourself as a person, huh? Maybe don't be so harsh on yourself. Oh, I reported a guild name the other day for the first time ever. I can't remember what it was. Oh yeah, it was Panty Raiders, and I was just like, ah. I was like, I mean, I get that that was a thing. Like, there's references to it in Futurama episodes, or like, let's go panty raiding when Bender was in like college and stuff. But I feel like that's when you take a second look at that, that's really not okay. Or maybe that doesn't even need a second look in the first place, but it just shouldn't be okay. And like, I just felt really uncomfortable being stood next to someone from Panty Raiders, the guild. So I was like, I'm just gonna, yeah, they don't really report that because kids play this game. I mean, not often, but some do. I don't know. Maybe I was overreacting. It's just like, ugh, no. Swig of my cook. How long have I been streaming for anyway? Let's have a quick look. When did I put my tweet out? Oh, they need me to DPS, don't they? 1:44. Oh, okay, so it's been 2 hours. That's much longer than I normally stream for. Good job, me. I want to get into longer streams. I'll probably stream until 4:30. That's this time. Because I need to go over and vote for work. Ah, I keep forgetting I need to pay attention to this fight. It's not usually a problem for tangent runs. Let me just make sure my cat doesn't walk in again. How are you about? No? Okay. I shouldn't sing on stream, I can't sing. Thing is, I know if I put this VOD out, and I'm going to put it out anyway, because I like to have an archive, but when I put this VOD out, someone's going to see like 2 hours. Or if it goes on for as long as I want it to, like 2 hours and 40 minutes, I guess. And they're going to be like, ew! I don't have time for that. I'm not going to watch that. Obviously not with quite that level of reaction, but, you know. I like Christian and all, but I don't have that much time, kind of thing, maybe. Hopefully that's how that sentence starts. I don't blame you. It's a long ass stream. But I'm gonna keep doing them. I'm gonna be the guy. Because normally I don't have the attention span to knock out 5 time-walking dungeons in one session. But because I'm streaming, I'm enjoying this quite a lot more. Knockjob. Ugh, what a shit name for an imp. That's something I could do on my WoW streams. Okay, so obviously I'm going to be doing that story mode series, which is the leveling series. But I have a few level 100 characters that I want to play through Legion stuff. And we're not going to get my Void Elf to Legion content for a long time, so I could also just, like, it wouldn't be based around reading quest text or anything like that. Unless it came to class order hall stuff, in which case I would be reading it for the first time, so yeah, it would. Other than that though, I'm just thinking I have a Warlock, who I've not leveled. He was my boosted Warlock actually, Warlords of Jade. I am dreadfully sorry, I did not mean for that to happen. That's pretty much what that expansion was though, Warlords of Jade. But yeah, he's called Neverwarp. He's human and I can't get into him.
Release the prisoners. The Naru kept some of the most dangerous beings in existence.
Can't help myself. Probably get kicked now. Yeah, but that guy's imp reminded me of my Warlock. And I had a Dwarf Warlock who I leveled Critigro, that was a really shit name, who I leveled to level 56, and I was quite enjoying that. And then I was like, I've got my boost now. I don't like the name Critigro, and I don't want to be a Dwarf Warlock anymore. A Dwarflock, which I call it, which I'm sure most people call it. So I'll just make a human Warlock. and I'll call him Neverwarp because that's a cool name. And I can't get into that character at all. I don't know why. I just can't. I think sometimes you need to level a character really to truly appreciate it. And funnily enough, out of all of it, hang on a minute, I've got to do it. You know I've got to do it. Where is it? 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 Where the fuck? There it is. Okay. The most annoying laugh in the game. Oh shit. Okay, what was I saying? Yeah, I've been writing lore for my WoW characters. I've probably talked about this in other places that you can see. There I go. And Neverwarp is the only Alliance character I have that I'm not writing a story for because I can't think of one. I can't think of a way to make the name Neverwarp work in canon. Maybe I could use it as a surname or something like I do with Grimslash, but I don't know. I can't think of an interesting... Or it's not that I can't think of an interesting story for him, it's more that I have Undead Warlock that I already have a story lined up for that I can't wait to write. And it's about the fact that, well, I don't want to spoil anything, but if I were to do my human Warlock, it would just be too samey. It would be too similar. And then it would also be contradictory to my Undead Warlock's state of undeadness. Let's just put it that way. So I'm just leaving him out, really. All I need to write for Volume 3... I was going to do some writing today, but the stream lasted longer, but that's okay. Is my monk, my gnome monk, and I have a good story lined up for her. And my elemental Draenei shaman, and I can't fucking think of a story for him to save my life. Other than kind of boring standard stuff. It's probably because I've never really been into shaman lore, really. That much. But then, after that I've got my Horde characters, and I can't wait to do my Undead Warlock. It's going to be so cool. Blight, that's his name. Who are you?
Welcome, O Great. I am your humble servant. Bear witness to the agent of your domain.
So this guy's meant to be... This guy confuses me. So this guy isn't from the... This guy isn't with the Legion. I think he's an old god minion. Or not an old god minion, but like a being of the void kind of a thing. This is why I want to quest through Neverstorm and read quest texts and stuff. Sure, you and me both. Yeah, I'm just gonna focus the main boss. Because I'm shit like that. Wow, that's actually... I've never considered that. That's a pretty significant... Oh, every 2.9 seconds, never mind. It's still better than my Moonfire and Starfire. It's an artifact thing. Oh, what? His clones stick around? That's annoying. Normally bosses like that, their clones disappear when they die. Okay, one more dungeon to go. See if anyone here wants to... Whoops. Okay, fuck you too. Oh well, this rogue wants the queue, so let's do it. Okay, guess not. See you later, buddy. Fucking so lonely. I'm so lonely. And I've got nothing to do while I queue. What could I do while I queue? Shatterath. Let's take this to Shatterath. Okay. I've got another quest that's Timewalking themed, and I don't know what it's about. I'm guessing it might be the Black Temple Illidan raid. Oh, I still have some minstrels! Goody. Forgot about that. I ate fruit last night, so it's okay. I can stuff my face again. Let's not be a gnome. No, I shouldn't eat on stream. It probably sounds terrible. Is the port? No, the port Shatraf is in the Worgen place, isn't it? Greyfang Enclave. Down here. Am I right? I am not right. I am completely wrong. Whoopsie. Apparently the new capitals in BFA are going to have ports to fucking everywhere, so looking forward to that. Apparently there's one down here. I forgot about that. Oh, the portal to Caverns of Time down here though, thank God. Finally a good portal to Caverns of Time. Or I guess there's one in Shatterath, but it was annoying to go to Shatterath and then to go to Caverns. Because I would take a, back in this, I would take a portal to Valley of Four, whatever, to the Shrine of the Seven Stars, whatever it's called. And then I would have to take a portal to Shatterath and then to a cavern. It's cute because she's a bronze dragon. Is she a bronze dragon? No. Because bronze dragons can disguise themselves, but I don't think she is. Oh. Interesting. Copper quickly grabs the vial and studies it intensely. Perhaps Zeph was right to keep investigating here. See, this is why I don't do voice acting. This file certainly didn't originate from any currently known timeline. Most curious. Thank you for bringing it to me. Or did you already bring it once before? More than once. I've been doing this ever since it released. Well, not every time, but... How many Timewalking coupons do I have? Where is it? Time Warped badge, 710. Yeah, I don't have much because I wasted a whole bunch of it on Emperor Xiaohao rep before remembering. But it isn't the rep that you need to get the goddamn dragon, it's the Timewalking. It's the, Timeless coins. You need like 100k. You also need Exalted to be fair, but I was like, god damn it. Just basically wasted it. Silent! Silent! Who the fuck are you? You probably don't remember me. We meet next week, for fuck's sake. Yeah, you're definitely a bronze dragon. Ah, this is what the timely summons thing is about. It is the raid. Alright, tell you what, I'm not going to do that right now, but thanks anyway. Maybe I'll do that on stream at some point. I tried to do it once before, but the group disbanded quite quickly. We got the first boss down, and then people just left. It was like, why though? It was really annoying. And that's kind of soured my experience of the whole thing. Look at that, I have a little bit of bag space now, that's nice. I should probably keep this, but I do have Prowl, so I can't be bothered. Ah, here's what I was looking for, Marks of Honour. Right. While we are waiting then, I want to buy this PvP set. Which one? I want to buy this PvP set. I think it would be like an upgraded version of what I'm currently wearing. Okay, you won't see the wrists change. Okay, so I feel like that might be better than this. Or like an upgraded version. So we're going to buy it. Warlord Season 2. So I probably buy that in Asheran. So let's make the dreaded teleport back to my garrison. I fucking loved the garrisons when Warlords first came out. I thought it was so cool, like having your own little instanced little place. It filled a niche kind of want for like a player-owned house for me. And then I never had to leave the garrison to do anything. And then I quickly realised that the garrison was actually pure hell, much like most of the other people who played this expansion. But whenever I'm around, I always do a couple missions to try and get some transmog. There's probably a more efficient version, but I don't want to spend any more time in here than I need to. Oh, what did I just press? Oh, it's because control was held down. That didn't mess with my stream or anything, did it? No, I'm still streaming. Go there. I really need a second monitor, but I don't have space for it. So the thing with the garrison is your pets will just wander around. But when you've got books and orbs and stuff, it's just kind of weird. And this is what I meant earlier about having to do daily pet battles for the pet charms. No thanks, I'm out of here. Also, this place still tanks my frame rate in a way that Legion doesn't. I think I'm only getting 30. What was I doing? No, really, what was I doing? Ashran, that was it. Thing is, though, I fucking love Warlords of Draenor's zones. Like, you know how I was saying that the Broken Isles are a bit too samey or a bit too bland sometimes? Draenor is my favourite continent in the game because it's so different. You've got Frostlands here, you've got Gorgon jungle here. I don't really like Gorgon. Tanan jungle here, which is a bit fucked up and stuff. It doesn't look that great, but that was more of an end game thing. You've got Ashran here, which is just kind of basic because it's PvP. I'm not selling this, am I? But after that, you've got like Talador is gorgeous, Nagrand is Nagrand, so obviously gorgeous. Shadowmoon Valley is amazing. Spires of Iraq has a certain charm to it as well. It's just so varied and stuff, and you can see it in like the multicoloured aspects of a map. I've not queued for a bloody dungeon, have I? And then you go to the Broken Isles, and it's more realistic, but I don't want more realistic. And I remember watching a thing where they were saying, oh, that's cool, I forgot, if you right click this you can see your garrison instead of your order hall. But yeah, they were saying a while ago about, yes, fuck off, about how they didn't like that when you flew up high in World of Warcraft and you looked between the zones, you could see all of the different kinds of... Yeah, here we go. You would see all of the different kinds of biomes next to each other, and they didn't make sense. And they didn't like that. And I thought, that's fair. But then they were like, and so after Warlords of Draenor, we kind of tried to change it. I was like, oh, hang on a minute, so that's what they mean. That's what they mean with Legion. Because in Warlords of Draenor, the intention was never to have flying until the community kicked off about it. Which is really fucking stupid, by the way. Why is this one 80? Oh, weapons, that's why. The weapons cost absurd amounts for some reason. No, that's not the variant I'm after. Might be a different vendor nearby. Oh, I'm sure you do, lass. I thought I had Exalted. No, that's it! I can get this mount on my Hunter. I got Exalted Wyvern's Vanguard on my Hunter. But this used to be inside of Ashran, and I couldn't be bothered to enter into PvP again. So I never fucking bought it, even though I had the Apexis crystals and the gold as well. Ah, good times. Warlord Season 3, this might be it. Oh no, that's the Gladiator version. I want the combatant version. Where's the combatant version?
See you soon.
Is it you?
What can I get for you?
No, it's not that one.
Be good.
What about you?
How are you?
Yes, outdated. Nope, that's the Melon Mog. We don't want Melon Mog.
Safe travels.
That is a really... Look, I'll show you in better detail. Don't know what they were going for with the art direction here, but someone saw a watermelon and they were like, druids. I don't understand. We're not going for that. So where the fuck is the green one?
I have
Because this is like a brown version of it. Oh, my control key is getting stuck on my keyboard as well, if you're wondering why I'm having issues. What about... Because this is just... Yeah, this is the same. Oh, are they over here, maybe? Yes, I know it's outdated, shut up. Nope. Oh, we're getting closer. Wait, no, that is the green version, isn't it? I can't really tell because it's got my fucking tabard on and my cloak. It's very annoying. Right. You know so many appearances. That's probably it then. I'll just check the vendor next to him.
Seeing you.
Help you find something?
What do you sell? Yeah, no, I don't want that one.
Be careful.
Please be.
I think it's you. Yeah, look, there's green bands around it and stuff. Yeah, that's the green version. Cool. I don't think the tabard works well here, then I might get rid of that.
Daylight's burning.
I think I get an achievement as well. Or maybe not, because it's only combined. No, there we go, wild style. Hey look everyone, I bought a set. Yay. There it is. Yeah, I like that. I've been doing PvP lately and I've realised how quickly they award marks of honour if you queue lots of battlegrounds. So I'm a little bit more relaxed about spending them. At some point I'll just buy all of the PvP sets, just because then I've got them collected really. Because this is the Hellfire Citadel version. And I remember seeing this when it released and thinking, why does that look better than the actual set? This is the actual Druid set. The actual Druid tier set from Hellfire Citadel. This is what it looks like. Why does this look better than this? Okay, this doesn't look Druid themed. I mean, it kind of does though, because you've got the bear paws and the helmet and stuff, but the eyebrows kind of stick out of the eyes, but try to ignore that. I probably won't be wearing the helmet anyway. Why are you still telling me I've got new stuff in my sets? Piss off. Stop it. Stop it. I haven't collected anything new. Get off my back. Okay, game, I have like half an hour, so if you'd like to give me a dungeon now, that would be great. Oops. I do love this mod though. I feel like it's quite unique. But if I were to remove my tabard for a second. So that's what I look like without my tabard, if you ever wondered. I did just run around like this for a while, but I felt like something was missing, so I picked up. Actually, it's the only time I've ever got to Exalted. No, it's not. I got to Exalted for the tabard and the title, that was that. Right, so I've removed that. Oh, by the way, this looks terrible. I picked it up because I was like, oh, it's purple and cool. And then a few years later I looked at it again when this transmog system came out. I was like, wow, that's awful. Do I have a normal version? I have most of it. It's even worse. For a while, in Wrath of the Lich King and Cataclysm, they were basing sets based off of raids instead of classes. And they've come up with a brand new idea for Battle for Azeroth, where we're like, hey, we're going to make sets based off of the raids instead of the classes. This is a completely new idea that we've never had before, and we think it's going to be really cool. And I look at the Firelands set, and I look at the Icecrown Citadel set, and I look at the Naxxramas set, wherever it is. Where is it? Okay, so maybe there's not a specific Naxxramas set, but there's some set around this time, yeah. Child of Crusader set. I guess that's kind of Druid themed, it's just awful. That's not bad. I mean, I don't like it that much, but it's not bad. But yeah, I look at Icecrown Citadel and Firelands, and I think you've already done it, and it was awful. But I'll wait till I see what they come up with. I've seen the male set for Uldir, and I think it looks good. I haven't seen the leather set though, and that's what matters to me. I'm all out of minstrels. This might be the Burning Crusade dungeon I've run the most. Fast. But I like to stop and look at the scenery. Who said it? Was it the healer? Okay, the healer's allowed to say that. That's just the healer saying, hey, I have the capability to heal you, you can go as fast as you want. If it was anyone else, that would be a dick move, in my opinion. One of my only times as a healer, I was healing Stormwind Stockades, and that one's kind of annoying to heal at a low level. From what I've seen of healers failing to heal it. And I walked in, I thought, oh great, Stormwind Stockades. The first thing I saw in chat was tank go, hey, keep up healer, gonna go fast. I was like, oh fuck me. And it was really fun, because it was stressful, and it was what I was up for at that moment in time. But, oh, my cat wants to go out. Alright, I'm just gonna leave the door to you. There you go, Mash. But yeah, that's what it's like to be a healer sometimes. It's just like, oh, okay. If I failed at healing that guy, I know I would have got a lot of crap. Spit on the corpse of a filthy naga. I think he actually spits as well. Oh no, he doesn't. Okay. I hope we get broken as an allied race one day. That'd be cool. I wonder if they'd go to the Horde. That would be interesting. I don't think they would though. They're already pretty much in the alliance as far as I'm aware. Nabundo was on the Exeter, last I saw. It would make a weird kind of sense to have them join the Horde though. I think. I don't know that much about Broken, but just kind of, why would you attack them? What's wrong with you? Not even a tank, mate. CBA. It's me, I'm here. Yeah, he's dealing with him. I wonder what my favourite dungeon in this game is. I'm trying to think. If I even have one. Visually, some of the Draenor dungeons are really cool. But then that expansion has some of my favourite art in all of WoW, so... I'm just thinking of Orc and Dune, the Draenor version. As an actual dungeon though, it's okay. I don't really think I have a favourite. None are really standing out to me. Just trying to kind of scan over some of them in my brain. I have a least favourite one, and I think it's most people's least favourite one. Fucking Nomergan. Good lord. An unfortunate side effect of them introducing level scaling into the game is it means you have more chances to run Nomergan while you're leveling. Hellfire Citadel and Utgard Pinnacle are kind of annoying because you just do them. You probably don't anymore with the level scaling, but back before that, you had to run them over and over and over again as the only dungeons you had for like 3 or 4 levels. Well, you technically had more, but the way random chance worked, you would have to do them for at least 1 or 2 levels, and then you would just keep getting them for the next couple levels anyway. So you got pretty sick of those dungeons pretty quickly. I don't really like Throne of the Tides, so I guess what I'm saying here is I have dungeons I don't like. Yeah, Throne of the Tides I don't really like because there's a lot of just trash. Stormstout Brewery was my first Miss Pandaria dungeon, which was my first expansion, I guess. Like, I bought the game during that expansion. I mean, I technically played in Burning Crusade, but I was 13 and I didn't get past level 20, so it doesn't really count. Oh, I've sunfired myself, son of a bitch. Now I put Torment of a Week on myself too. Damn. I don't think I can debuff that. Where's my debuff? Remove corruption. It's not corruption, is it? No. Probably the most useless spell I have. Don't know why it's even bound. That being said, should come in handy next expansion. Just remove corruption on most of the raid bosses and I'm sure they'll be fine. Wood elves look a bit like Doctor Strange. I mean, he's less purple, but they have the same kind of goatee and structure. Don't know where that thought came from, but White Elf Warlock, that's an original combination. Don't rain fire, that's rude. Oh, hello boss. And most of the fucking mobs behind him. Great. I quite like the music here. You can barely hear it because my audio is quite low, but it's a nice little atmosphere. I should probably be focusing the ads first. Oh great, I don't... There we go. It's an annoying interrupt as well because I send them sprawling and then the tank has to like re-aggro them, I assume. Almost there. There we go. See, it's only 45 seconds when I get a interrupt off properly. And it's got a little AoE as well. So it's a decent interrupt, it's just really slow to get back. And then I play my rogue. He's like, kick, slap, shut up, stop casting. But then my rogue doesn't exactly have good AoE, does he? He's an assassination rogue. And he's not actually at level cap yet. I use him to... I've been using him to... I've basically been running out... Before they announced Allied Races, I felt like I was running out of classes to level. And leveling is one of my favourite things to do in a game. Which is kind of weird, but that's just me. It's just relaxing to me. And I was like, I'm just going to make a character that doesn't use heirlooms, doesn't do dungeons, and reads quest text. So I can get some of the story behind the zones that I've leveled through 50 times. And he's currently like level 60 something, he's in the middle of Outland, and I hop on him every now and again and I just do some stuff. And I've got like a whole thing where I tweet stuff about his story, and I've got like a little Twitter moment thing dedicated to like following his story through Azeroth and stuff. And I'm sure he's probably not going to hit max level till like 2022 or something, but it's nice to have him there because I feel like rogues are good for world content because of all of their like stealth utility. They can like skip past packs of mobs to kill like this one boss and skip most of a quest. Quests aren't usually structured like that, but sometimes they are. Usually if you've got a quest to kill like a quest boss, there's also a quest to kill the 50 dudes around him, but sometimes it's just kill this dude and you're like, oh, that's gonna take a while. But not on my rogue. And I've got a fun glyph on my rogue as well, where when I pickpocket a humanoid I get to take on their appearance as well. And I'm currently leveling through Outland, and Outland has some very outdated character models. And let's just say that boss took way too long to kill. And let's just say I can run around looking pretty hideous when I want to. I've already written his story in Volume 3. He used to be part of the Defiance Brotherhood. That's how you make a human interesting. Not much else you can do with him. Oh, I've got Star Surge. Don't cripple people, that's rude. Yeah, the collaborators aren't slaves. They'll keep fighting after their masters die. Well, they're still slaves, I assume, but they're just more willing. They're like, yeah, chain me up, daddy. Wait, no, that went to a weird place. A potentially offensive place. My apologies. Oh boy, look at these Corfac technicians. I didn't know Nagas knew how to do computers. I assumed they'd break them before the water and stuff. That was a half-baked joke if I've ever made one. I used to never bother with interruptions, and then I bound it, and now I always do. It's like a thing I've got into the habit of doing. Good DPS habits. Probably speed this up a little bit if I did that. I'm always forgetting to put that buff on me. Man, when I stop streaming and play this game again, the lack of latency is gonna throw me. Because I've got used to it now. Oh, hello. Crap. I don't know whether that was my fault or whether he would have run into us anyway. Just gonna keep quiet. Because a lot of the time as well, if you admit fault in a dungeon, the people who aren't paying attention go, oh, he did something bad, let's kick him. People are ruthless, man. Go AFK for 2 minutes, get kicked. Even if you say, hey, please don't kick me, I just need a quick whiz. Come back, and you're out of a dungeon. Get mooned! It's been nearly 2 years since Legion came out, and that doesn't get old. I think it'll be 2 years when it comes out. When BFA comes out in August, it'll be around 2 years. If I remember right, the gap between Legion and BFA is actually longer than some of the previous expansions, but I might be talking on my ass here, but I'm pretty sure this is the case. But because there's so much content, it doesn't feel that way at all. Oh, no, that's gonna get us wiped. Wait, where is it? Oh, that was close. Can we not pull these guys? That deserves a sign. Oh, good lord, they're adding voice chat to dungeons in the next expansion as well. That's going to be interesting. If Overwatch is anything to go by, we're going to have some salty people. It's going to be weird after playing this game for years of not hearing people's annoying voices. I guess if I am still streaming around them, which hopefully I will be, I'll just mute them. Like, globally, hopefully it lets me do that. I might just do that anyway. It's just gonna be weird associating a human voice with a random WoW character that I've never met. This one's going quite slowly. I might have to mute myself for a second, but I'll keep playing. Actually, I'll just shut my door again. Should be fine actually. So I've been reading I've been reading Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. First book in a long series, or it's a trilogy, but there's like a series of trilogies in the same world, I believe. It's a book I've been eyeing up for a while now, and I'm only 2 chapters in, but it's really good. Like the writing style is a bit different to what I'm used to. It's a bit more, I want to say posh. It doesn't really make sense. It's more refined. It's more, I don't know how to describe it. It's like a middle ground between Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones. That it's like, it's not like a really old style of writing, but it's, I don't know how to explain it, but I like it. I mean, I've done a fucking creative writing degree. I should probably know how to explain it by now. But I'm enjoying it quite a bit. It's really easy to like picture the scenes and stuff, and like get a gist of the characters. So a lot of fantasy series start with like bogging you down with a whole bunch of places and stuff and geography that you have to try and learn on the fly, but this one seems to be concentrating on one specific aspect of the world at a time. And as much as I love Brandon Sanderson's Way of Kings story, which is probably the last fantasy series I read, although the 3rd book's out now, I haven't read that one yet, I've only read the first 2. As much as I love it, it's convoluted in a way that works, but it is convoluted. It's a nice change to just like read something and be like, it's not simple by any stretch of the imagination, but it's nice to be like, okay, so this is the first duchy, this is the history of the first duchy, because there's a whole 6 duchies thing. Robin's a she. She's not trying to drop the whole 6 duchies on your head at once like Brandon Sanderson probably would. So I'm enjoying that at the minute. I've also been reading the Star Wars books. I read them from Aftermath onwards, chronology wise, but I've also bought like Tarkin and what's the other one? The blue dude. The blue dude who's apparently really cool, but I don't remember his name. Thrawn, that's the one. I've bought his book as well. Basically a lot of a new canon I've bought. And I've read the stuff that happens after Return of the Jedi, but not before. And I figure before I go back and read the before stuff, I'll take a break and read some fantasy. Because Christy Gordon's got a WoW novel coming out. I believe it's in May. I've pre-ordered it. And when that comes out, I'm basically going to drop whatever I'm reading and just read that instead, because I'll probably spend like an entire day or 2 reading that. I'll be right back. Damn it, I've been rooted. Oh, I'm totally ending this stream after I finish this. It's weird though, I haven't got the stream fatigue that I normally get. Normally after like an hour of streaming, I'm like, I guess I'll play something else. I'm like, oh, I'm bored now. Well, not bored, but like I said, I don't have the best attention span. Oh, but I'm having a good time. It's been like 2.5 hours now. I assume my maths is correct. You might be looking at the video time on a VOD or something and thinking, what you chatting? Kind of thing. Oh, so on the WoW subreddit the other day, Someone showed off the Cultiran human druid travel form. Good lord, it looks like something out of a nightmare, because the way they're explaining the lore for Cultiran human druids is witchwood kind of stuff. Like humans attuned to nature and stuff at witches and all that kind of stuff. I believe. I haven't looked too much into the expansion, I don't want to spoil too much for myself, but I think that's the route they're taking. And because of it, a stag form looks like almost like corrupted or undead or stuff. It's really cool. And creepy in a good way. Like kind of like Wicca style. I don't know, that kind of thing. Yes, let's not aggro those dudes. I don't think anyone's gonna need to quest. Come on, I need to go vote. Let's kill the big dude. And then at 5 I've got to eat and then get ready for work. I've got to leave by 6:30. And then I'm working all day tomorrow. It's gonna suck. 9 till 4 and then 7 till 9. I have short shifts on Fridays at my other job, but there's a reason for it and I'm not too fussed. I wonder if it's unwise for me to share my shift times on stream. Oh well. But then I won't have. The reason I was saying that in the first place was to say that I'm not really going to have time to edit a vlog, which is now going to be about a week old. But I'll probably do that on Saturday. And then I need to get a weekly deathmatch in as well. Looking forward to filming a second one of those. Probably be Overwatch again. I'm not really playing much else deathmatchy at the minute. I uninstalled Unreal Tournament by accident and I haven't reinstalled it yet. No, it wasn't by accident. It was because I thought the size of something else was going to be vastly larger than what it was. And it wasn't. I was like, oh, I can just reinstall it. But I haven't yet. Not because I don't care, but just because I'm lazy. Okay, so that's that done. Hey, look, I'm going to remember to say it for once. I'll show you what I get in my chest as well. Why was I enjoying my game? Oh god, I am very sorry. That was probably extremely loud. Just knocked my mic over. I'm going to take a screenshot for loading screen and then I can use it as a thumbnail. There we go. Did that go through? Yes it did. Good. Or maybe I'll just search for a better thumbnail. This VOD might not immediately get a thumbnail though, because I've pretty much got to focus on other shit for now. Greetings. Okay. Give me that shit. So, Cache and Torrent Treasures. I believe it's going to be LFR because that's the highest level of difficulty I've completed and Taurus on. But that being said, it might be tier gear, or it might even be an upgrade because I'm only 935, so let's go. It's a trinket. It's an upgrade though. Okay, what does this do? Your damaging spells critically. Damaging spells that critically strike have a chance to increase your haste mastery or critical strike by 192 for 45 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. When any stack reaches 5, all effects are consumed to grant you 2.1k of all 3 attributes for 12 seconds. Well, it's a passive one, so that's always fun. That's always good, because I can't be asked with non-passive trinkets. Right, what do I want to replace it with? I can't hold down shift for too long, otherwise fucking sticky keys is going to go off. It's kind of a pain. So this basically gives more intellect, which is exactly what I need. or less haste, or less mastery and avoidance. I don't need avoidance because I'm fucking DPS and not tank. I don't know much about stats and theory crafting and stuff, so excuse me if what I just said was complete bullshit. I'm assuming I don't need avoidance, but then that's a larger amount of stat that I'm losing, so I might just get rid of the decimator. Oh, I like the homing missile though. What does more damage actually? Fuck, there it goes. I need to turn that off. Homing missile 2008 1 damage. As opposed to 3.5. Yeah, I'll get rid of a decimator. And now my eye level is 936. Yay! And that's how you increase your item level without raiding in World of Warcraft. You take 10 times longer to do it. Thank you for watching today's stream, if you did. Don't worry if you didn't, I'm not surprised. Look at me, without my tabard. Goodness me, how embarrassing. It's been a pleasure. This has been my first stream. Fucking, can you not? Fucking rude. I'm trying to do an outro here. This has been my first stream as a WoW streamer, and I've enjoyed it very much. I'm gonna go perform my civic duty now and vote. It won't make a difference, but I might as well. Did you hear my arms clicking when I stretched then? That's disgusting. See you in the next one.